Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. The investigation is continuing in the death of a Luzerne County inmate who was taken to the hospital by ambulance last week, where he later died. 41-year-old Shaheen Mackey of Berwick was sent to jail last Wednesday for a violation of a protection from abuse order. After spending 5 hours at the prison, he was taken to Wilkes-Barre General Hospital and died later that week on Friday night. County officials said he suffered a medical emergency as he was being restrained by corrections officers in his cell. His family members believe he was beaten by officers during an altercation, untimely causing his death. The prison turned over video surveillance footage and officers' statements to the district attorney's office. An autopsy was performed yesterday. Authorities are waiting for results of toxicology tests. What police say was an intoxicated biker gang member threatened his father with a meat tenderizer and spit on police officers as he was arrested in Wilkes-Barre Sunday night. Officers say 30-year-old Justin Martin of the Pagans Motorcycle Club was home around 10:30 Sunday night when a fight between he and his father, Frank Maloney Sr., occurred. Martin allegedly repeatedly threatened officers, warning he would see them again without their badges on and would get his boys after another man in the home, Frank Maloney Jr. Police charged Martin with aggravated harassment by a prisoner, making terroristic threats, simple assault, and disorderly conduct. He was arraigned yesterday morning and is now jailed in the Luzerne County Correctional Facility on $100,000 bail. The Hazleton Area School Board meets tonight, and during the public work session, the budget will be the focus. As of now, there's an estimated $3.7 million deficit, which according to state law must be balanced before the final vote, which is set for later this month. That number changes, however, as members are making adjustments throughout the process. Tonight's meeting at the Administration Building begins at 6 o'clock. Wilkes-Barre police are investigating a gunpoint robbery that was reported late last night. Officers responded to the area of South Pennsylvania Avenue and Dana Street shortly after 11:30 to reports that a 57-year-old man was robbed. The victim was not identified, but did tell police 2 men showed a gun during the robbery and made off with his yellow mountain bike as well as some other belongings. That case remains under investigation. State police closed a Schuylkill County road this morning. That's because a big rig ended up on its side on Route 61 South between Frackville and St. Clair. That happened around 12:30 this morning. Route 61 between Frackville and St. Clair was reopened around 8 this morning. No word if anyone was hurt or what may have caused that crash. The city of Wilkes-Barre wants to change the process on how motorists can appeal parking tickets. An ordinance was presented to council by City Administrator Ted Wampel at yesterday's work session. Parking tickets that are currently given out have no instructions on how to appeal if the driver believes it was issued in error. The new ordinance would require parking tickets to include a notice that would inform drivers on how to appeal. It would also remove district judges and create an in-house traffic court. If the new ordinance passes, it would also, according to city officials, generate more money for the city. The Speaker of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives didn't have to look very far to find a new member of the board for the sprawling system of state-owned colleges. He appointed himself. Speaker Mike Turzai said Monday he was honored to be adding himself to the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education Board of Governors. Turzai says he wants to help ensure the schools are preparing students for jobs that are available and to help resist proposals to increase tuition, room, and board. Congressman Lou Barletta voting last week to increase funding for the Department of Veterans Affairs. The U.S. House of Representatives passed House Bill 5895 to provide $85.3 billion of funding. The bill provides money for Veterans Affairs and items such as legislative branch operations.
Chair, I was happy to vote for and support the largest funding for Veterans Affairs, and this was a commitment that President Trump made, as well as our party, that we were going to make sure that we take care of those veterans. Many of them, who have saw their health care treatments not be what they should be. There were some veterans who were actually dying waiting for an appointment, and the fact that we were able to increase the funding for Veterans Affairs, which will help all veterans, was something I was proud to support.
Around $270 million will go toward rural veterans' health initiatives, over $380 million for opioid abuse prevention, and over $16 million for mental health care services and homeless veteran services. The Lehigh Valley Health Network partnered with Walmart in Hazel Township today to celebrate Health and Wellness Week. Medical professionals from the Health Network visited the store to hand out information and conduct health screenings.
We are here, we're doing blood pressure checks, we're doing oxygen levels, we are actually doing body mass index, grip strength. So we are actually out here in the community and actually helping the people to know what is important, especially their blood pressure, their oxygen levels. We're writing down all their information, and they can take that back to their family doctors and let them know how they're doing.
All those screenings were free. One of the major goals of today's event, to educate the public about the prevention of heart disease. The Lehigh Valley staff stressed the importance of keeping your blood pressure in check, eating healthy, and exercising to ensure a long, healthy life. Coming up on WYLN News, the leaders of the United States and North Korea shook hands and sat down to talk in Singapore today. We'll take a look at the historic meeting and talk to Congressman Lou Barletta about the historic event. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Humid overnight, the low 63. Some clouds and scattered thunderstorms tomorrow, the high 79. Sunny and looking good into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Summer is here, so make it awesome with a new Subaru from Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Now get awesome savings on your favorite Subaru. 2018 Impreza, $153 a month. 2018 Forester, $188 a month. 2018 Outback, $209 a month. Plus, keep saving every summer with the Fairway Promise program. That's complimentary loaners, tire rotations, shuttle service, vacation checkups, and much, much more. Awesome! Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. The right car, the right price, the right dealer.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Many of us were still sleeping when a handshake between two world leaders made history. WYLN's Julie Stefanovic takes a look at the summit in Singapore.
The world looked on as President Donald Trump and Chairman Kim Jong-un of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea met at an historic summit earlier today in Singapore. Both leaders committed to establish new relations for the United States and the Republic to strive for peace and prosperity. Trump committed to provide security guarantees, and Kim Jong-un stated his commitment to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. We spoke this afternoon with Republican Congressman Lou Barletta of the 11th District about today's historic meeting.
Yeah, I thought this was a historical summit and meeting, a great first step. It seems that it was successful in the fact that they will continue their talks and agree to work towards peace. And you know, it was not long ago that North Korea was aiming missiles and threatening to send missiles into Guam. And here we are with a meeting with President Trump talking about peace.
Barletta talked about what the results of the summit means for other countries like South Korea and China.
Well, especially for the people of South Korea, who have had to live with North Korea's threats every day, and really having very little hope that there would ever be peace. And you know, because of what President Trump has done, will bring the people of South Korea peace of mind and peace in the Korean Peninsula, as well as China, who is in the middle, really, of the United States North Korea dispute.
According to both parties, follow-up negotiations are expected to take place in the near future.
Well, President Trump certainly will verify any formal agreement and every movement of Kim Jong-un to make sure that he's keeping his word. It will not be like the Iran deal that President Obama signed, where the Iranians controlled where we could inspect, when we could inspect, and what time we could inspect. And we took off the sanctions with Iran and gave them $150 billion. I don't think we're going to see a deal like that with President Trump. There will need to be verification. The sanctions will not come off until the United States are completely satisfied that North Korea has disassembled their nuclear capabilities. So I believe that we'll move forward just on good faith.
Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And Wyln has reached out to local veterans and others who have ties to the Korean conflict. We'll have that story tomorrow here on Wyln at 5:30. Coming up on Hickory Hill's News Choice, some good news from Emmanuel Christian School on Community and You. Plus, our Julia Wiegand got up close and personal today with Fifi. And you can too. We have the details. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim, ductless, heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill for Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists. Call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Spring is here, so stop in and get everything you need to make your garden colorful and bright. Check out our incredible low prices only at Van Hoeken Greenhouses, Retail Garden Center, Lofty Road, McAdoo.
The McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar is June 14th through the 16th. June 14th, entertainment is Stillwater Unplugged. June 15th, entertainment is North of 40. And June 16th, entertainment is Toolshed Jack and Just Us Polka Band. Come to the McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar in McAdoo.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have with me Susan Selby from Emmanuel Christian School in Hazleton, and we're here talking about, now don't yell at me yet, but enrolling for the 2018-19 school year. I mean, we're just getting done with the 17-18 year. We're already talking about next year, and class space is getting very full at Emmanuel Christian. So Susan, tell us about enrollment. And this is the time, right now, not August, not September, right now is the time to do it.
Yeah, so we often have folks that wait until later to enroll, and they are disappointed because we're full. So we have to finish our enrollment by the end of June because it affects hiring teachers, and we do teacher-in services all summer, and we're preparing for the year. So midsummer, we're already fully in the throes of planning for next year. So now is definitely the time to get your enrollment in.
And you guys over the last few years have seen such a large gain in student population. And right now, you said not that many spaces are available. So especially, K through 12. Can you tell me how many maybe you got open yet?
Sure. So yeah, in the last couple years, it's been really incredible. 3 years ago, we were under 90 students, and last year we had 117, and this year we have 150. So what that has meant is that we're adding 2 classes in some grades. So this year was our first time with 2 kindergarten classes, and next year we will have 2 first grade classes. And we're also splitting some classes. So we used to have some classes where 3, 4 would be together, or 5th and 6th would be together, and now we're starting to split those into their own individual classes.
Okay.
So we're keeping class sizes under 20 and as far as classes that are full, we still have space in kindergarten, and we still have space in high school, and every other grade only has 1 or 2 spots left. And as a matter of fact, 2nd grade and 5th and 6th grade are a waiting list.
Wow.
So, yeah, so we will do what we can. There's always a few adjustments as the summer goes on, so I wouldn't be afraid of a waiting list, but you should go quickly if you're interested.
Get there. And I do want to mention, and we talked about the growth here as we're enrolling, but just as a quick note, you guys are starting a pre-K program, and there is still room available for pre-kindergarten at Emmanuel Christian. So if somebody wants to learn more about that, about the pre-K program, how it works, how it's set up, what should they do?
So to learn more about pre-K, the first thing would be to call the school or send an email to our admissions coordinator, and she can give you a tour and tell you more about the program. We are very excited to start pre-K. We thought about starting it last year, and we weren't able to pull it together, and we're ready to go this year.
Wonderful.
So yeah, we've had a lot of people in the community asking us when we're going to start.
And something that we're going to talk about more in detail in later editions of Community New, but I want to mention here real quick, because we're talking about enrollment and how much the school is growing, is that your high school students, 9th through 12th grade, are going to be leaving your campus on Locust Street.
Yeah, that's right. We are running out of room in our building, so they are headed downtown, and we're really excited about that. It will be a really good opportunity for them. We're hoping to have more interaction between our students and local businesses, and as far as internships or career shadowing, being able to have business leaders come into the school and speak to the students, and really just helping our high school students take more ownership of the opportunity they have to invest in the city.
Wonderful. So a lot of things going on. Again, if you are interested in getting your child enrolled at Emmanuel Christian School, time is running out. Some spaces are still available. Now's the time. You can call the school at 570-459-1111 and talk to the admissions coordinator to get you in time. There's a lot going on at this. I always say it's the little school on Locust Street because it's just, I love that building, the Locust Street School, and you guys have done such a wonderful job in that community and with these students. And class sizes are small, and that's one of the great things people are always looking for.
Yeah, it's fun. Actually, every once in a while we run into people that say, I went to that school when I was a little boy, when it was the Locust Street School, and it's really fun to have that community connection with folks in the community. So,
all right, well, again, enrollment, the time is now, so call the school, and all the information has been up on your screen, and get your child enrolled at Emmanuel Christian School. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Appliances are right over there, and this is part of our furniture department.
Okay, but I'm looking for a mattress.
Well, you've come to the right place. Grand Central is Northeast Pennsylvania's #1 Sealy mattress dealer. We have Sealy mattress sets from only $199 and Stearns & Foster queen sets from only $45 per month. We also have interest-free financing up to 60 months. And remember, delivery and takeaway are absolutely free.
So we don't have to do anything?
Not if you buy your Sealy mattress at Grand Central.
It looks like I did find the right place to buy a Sealy mattress.
Grand Central in Hazleton. The right
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Watch the Hazleton Area High School graduation live on WYLN June 15th, starting at 6 p.m. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Fifi has touched down at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport and will be open for public tours starting tomorrow. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Fifi, the B-29 Superfortress, has touched down at Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport in Avoca. The Boeing B-29 Superfortress, first flown in 1942, began active service in 1944 and is perhaps best known as the aircraft whose missions over Japan helped bring about the end of World War II. Fifi is one of only 2 B-29 bombers in the world that still flies and is accompanied by a C-45 Expediter and a T-6 Texan.
And we have been operating her since 1971, taking her all over the country. So she has a very unique history, well known by a lot of people, but we like to introduce her to more. Well, I've flown a lot of the modern aircraft, and there are some similarities. It's a Boeing aircraft, handles nicely, but it does have its idiosyncrasies, so there's a learning curve. And certainly it wasn't built for comfort or ease for the wartime.
The B-29 was designed as a replacement for the older B-17s and B-24s with longer range and greater bomb loads. It was also used in the Korean War in the early 1950s and was a staple of the U.S. Air Force until later that decade. Only a few pilots are trained to fly these B-29s.
Well, the few is really what's important. That's a very humbling thing. When I look around here and see veterans organizations, it certainly brings to mind that we have veterans that come out to see us who have flown that aircraft. We had one in the airplane for a ride the other day, and they flew it under very trying circumstances, and we are cognizant of that, although it's still hard to understand, to put yourself in that position. But I'm very honored, very humbled by it.
Fifi was acquired by the Commemorative Air Force in the early 1970s when a group of CAF members found her at the U.S. Navy Proving Ground at China Lake, California, where she was intended to be used as a missile target. The airplane was rescued and restored and has flown for over 40 years, traveling coast to coast each year, attracting large crowds at every tour stop. The tour's collection of World War II aircraft provides powerful hands-on history lessons to audiences across North America. The B-29 and other aircraft are open to the public starting tomorrow, June 13th through the 17th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Access to the ramp is $10 for adults and $5 for youth ages 10 through 18. Children under 10 years old are free. Rides range from $85 to $15.95 depending on aircraft type. For more information or booking in advance, you can visit their website, airpowertour.org. Reporting from Avoca for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
If you ever rode an autobus, you were part of the legacy of Edward Dietz. Dietz died last Thursday and is being remembered for the many businesses besides Autobus, such as Dietz Reinheimer School Bus Lines, Northeast Transfer Trucking, all those and more that touched the lives of so many both locally and across the country. Dietz is being missed especially by those in the mountaintop area where he lived and worked. Edward Dietz was 89. Golfers will be teeing off at the 28th annual Palermo Heart to Heart Golf event in support of children with cancer and other serious illnesses. The event takes place Sunday, July 8th at the Sugarloaf Golf Club. You can start your day off with breakfast at 9:30, then tee off at 11 a.m. Over 130 golfers are expected to attend this year's outing. Parents of children enrolled in the Beads of Courage will be speaking during the program. The day wraps up with dinner and awards at 4:30 at the Whitetail Preserve, Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. More information, you can visit palermofoundation.org. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, and surrounding areas. Send your resume to the email or the address on your screen. WYLN is an equal opportunity employer. The McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar is June 14th through the 16th. June 14th, entertainment is Stillwater Unplugged. June 15th, entertainment is North of 40. And June 16th, entertainment is Toolshed Jack and Just Us Polka Band. Come to the McAdoo Fire Company's annual bazaar in McAdoo.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.